Hi there. Let's talk about how to do social media marketing the right way. Now, you want to start by really focusing on posting good content. Of course, there will be more than this, but this is sort of the start of it, because really, you've got to present yourself as a good player, a good citizen, and someone who posts valuable and interesting things, right? And by the way, the content you post doesn't have to be just content you create, because it's hard to consistently create a lot of good content. You also want to promote your peers and other people who are creating good content as well. That way they'll see it and they will naturally promote your stuff in return many times. And with good content and means is basically it has to be helpful to your target audience, has to be interesting, insightful, maybe entertaining, depends on your niche. And as long as you provide quality, as long as people like the stuff you post, you tweet, everything, then they'll naturally click more on next things you post. And that's really subconsciously a process of them building trust, building the trust to you that you are going to post great things. And that's fantastic because you want to build trust, right? So whenever you start building trust and posting great content, guess what you are doing? You are positioning yourself as an expert. And that's sort of like one of the panaceas of social media marketing. Because if you're an expert, if you're seen as an expert, people trust you more, they buy your products, they read what you say more carefully, everything happens, everything's easier because people will be like, oh yeah, well this is the go-to person, right? So of course they will listen to you. The same is true, you want to also always try to reinforce you being seen as an expert by also getting publicity, appearing on podcasts, maybe guest posting on some other big and reputable blogs or publications, things like that. So that's something that reinforces it. And generally, being seen as an expert will boost your brand, right? People will take it more seriously. It will be more impressive. It will, again, have more trust. And that really leads to sales. More followers, more sales. That's really what you're after because you want to grow your business. So another way to grow your business through social media marketing is another kind of a longer term outlook, but very powerful. You want to build audiences, right? So I'll give you an example. I have like maybe 5,000 subscribers plus on YouTube, and I have almost 25,000 students in my Udemy courses, depending on when you're watching. Maybe I'll have more at some later point. But guess what? As long as I keep providing really good, valuable content where people are really learning from me, and where I consistently provide the content, I help more and I help more and I help more. I naturally make other people's lives better. I help other people, and for that, a lot of them appreciate me and become a loyal kind of, like a audience of mine, right? Depending on the platform. And I love them. I hope they like me, and we appreciate each other. And that's a great, great, great relationship because guess what? I'm building super fans. I want to satisfy each and every one of the people who come in contact with any of my products, anything I've built. I want to really help people, and I want to help them so much that I make them super fans. This is really the goal. And it should be the goal for your business as well, because why have a lower standard, right? You want to love your customers, give them as much as possible that you can give them, and hopefully they will appreciate you and love you. Maybe not love, but maybe they will appreciate and like you in return. And guess what? When that sort of a relationship happens through kind of mutual appreciation and mutual care, next time I have a course or next time I have anything to promote or a favor to ask, I have an army of friends who I can then go and say, hey guys, here I am. Here's my new course, check it out, or here's my product XYZ, or I wrote a book, or anything I'm excited about, anything I'm doing. Here's an army of loyal audience, loyal friends, online friends, sort of, that you can reach out to. This is also why email marketing is so popular, because It's all about building lists and then continuously, re-engaging people, continuously providing them with more and more value so that they begin to trust you and like you, and they get value, and then you can often, you have an audience next time you need anything to promote, then boom, you have a fantastic, loyal audience, which is amazing. And one thing I want to mention about social media marketing, because you see right now, here's the things. You want to position yourself as an expert, and you want to build as large audiences as possible. This is gold. Like, if you do this, nothing is better than this. Nothing. Like, it's hundreds of times better than, imagine if the mistaken social media marketing strategies where you were like, oh, I'll post on Facebook and Twitter. No. See, this is hundreds of times more powerful, long-term, beautiful strategies that will really, really help your business blossom. Now, there's another benefit. If you do those other two things correctly, be seen as an expert and build audiences, you will become a big sort of a marketing machine in the eyes of other people, right? So let's say I have 25,000 students on Udemy. At the point of filming, like I mentioned, I have just under 25,000. That's a big number. I mean, that's a relatively big number. So what does that mean? It means that, let's say somebody wants to promote something to my students. Well, that's not really how that works, because on Udemy it's different rules. But let's say, for example, or let's say on my YouTube channel, somebody wanted to promote something on my YouTube channel, and I have over 5,000 people. Well, guess what? 5,000 people is also a relatively big number. So a lot of people would love to get in front of that audience. And guess what? You are the key holder. You get to decide yes or no. And a lot of people will start to do you favors. Sometimes they'll pay you. You see that? People will start to see you as a higher sort of entity, because you have an audience, because you have you have the eyeballs, you have the traffic, and people want your traffic, and they're going to give you things like favors. They're going to pay you money. They're going to do other kind of things to help you, all sorts of stuff, right? But you only get there if you build the loyal audience. And you only build really the loyal audience if you are seen as an expert. You see that? You see, it's all related. And if you do all this, position yourself long term, you'll have an amazing long term business that will get you more traffic than you know what to do with, and you'll be very, very happy that you took this approach.